When I was a little boy, I used to say to her, I love you to the moon and down again and around the world and back again. And she used to say to me, I love you to the sun and down again and around the stars and back again. Do you remember, Mom? I used to think, wow, I love Mom and Mom loves me. And what could go wrong? What went wrong, Mom? I love you. You love me. And what went wrong? It was like any other day, a normal, crazy morning, just like any other. I got up, chugged some coffee, threw together a lunch, if you can call an apple and a Snickers lunch, and headed out the door before someone could tell me to take out the trash or walk the dog or the 1,000 other things I'm nagged to do every morning. Made it all the way to the end of the block before realizing my wallet was still sitting at home right by the computer where I left it last night. So I go zooming back in, hoping to avoid a confrontation about the trash, the dog, whatever. I round the corner of the garage and run smack dab into him, sitting on the ground with the trash. The trash that now has a hole and putrid goo oozing out. And the dog is trying to lap it up, getting it all over the place. And he's holding my running shoe that I guess he tripped over. I can't help it. I laugh. He's so mad. I say sorry and grab my wallet and hightail it out of there. As I'm leaving, I shout over my shoulder, one day we'll laugh about this. At work, I tell my funny story over and everyone laughs. Around noon, I get a call and I don't catch most of what they say, except the words, your husband, mugged, coma. I remember hearing the phone hit my desk. I have no memories of the rest of that day. That was 3 months ago. Now I tell them my funny story every day, and every day is just like every other day. Quiet, calm, predictable. But I still hold a hope that one day it will go back to being a normal crazy day, and together we'll laugh at my funny story. Don't you let that get bandied about. The old man wouldn't like it. Martha's father expects loyalty and devotion from his staff. I was going to use another word. Martha's father expects his staff to cling to the walls of this place, like the ivy, to come in here and grow old and fall in the line of service. One man, a professor of Latin and elocution, actually fell in the cafeteria line one lunch. He was buried, like many of us have been, and many more of us will be. It is said, and I have no reason to doubt this, that we make excellent fertilizer. But the old man is not going to be buried in the shrubbery. The old man is not going to die. Martha's father has the staying power of one of the Micronesian tortoises. There are rumors, and you must not breathe this in front of Martha, for she foams at the mouth, that the old man, her father, is over 200 years old. There's probably some irony in all of this, but I'm not drunk enough to know what it is. How many kids are you going to have? She lied to me. She lied and lied and lied and lied. Archie said, I love you. I love you more than life itself. I'll never look at another man. There are no other men. Can't you feel it when I touch you, Art? There'll never be anyone else. Oh, she lied. Do you know how many there were? Do you have any idea? She was like a stray cat. She couldn't pass a trouser without unzipping it. She never loved me, darling. Never. She walked out through the door with her one suitcase. That's what she took to him, her own suitcase. She walked out through the door and left me with you. She never loved me. How much does your life weigh? Imagine for a second that you're carrying a backpack. I want you to feel the straps on your shoulders. Feel them? Now I want you to pack it with all of the stuff that you have in your life. You start with the little things. The things on shelves and in drawers, the knickknacks, the collectibles. Feel the weight as that adds up. Then you start adding larger stuff. Your clothes, tabletop appliances, lamps, linens, your TV. The backpack should be getting pretty heavy by now. And you go bigger. Your couch, bed, your kitchen table, stuff it all in there. Your car, get it in there. Your home, whether it's a studio apartment or a 2-bedroom house, I want you to stuff it all into that backpack. Now try to walk. It's kind of hard, isn't it? This is what we do to ourselves on a daily basis. We weigh ourselves down until we can't even move. And make no mistake, moving is living. Now I'm going to set that backpack on fire. What do you want to take out of it? What do you want to take out of it? Photos? Photos are for people who can't remember. Drink some ginkgo and let the photos burn. In fact, let everything burn and imagine waking up tomorrow with nothing. It's kind of exhilarating, isn't it? That is how I approach every day. Now, this is going to be a little difficult, so stay with me. You have a new backpack, only this time, I want you to fill it with people. Start with casual acquaintances, friends of friends, folks around the office, and then you move into the people that you trust with your most intimate secrets. Your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, and finally, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, or your girlfriend. You get them into that backpack. And don't worry, I'm not going to ask you to light it on fire. Feel the weight of that bag. Make no mistake. Your relationships are the heaviest components in your life. Do you feel the straps cutting into your shoulders? All those negotiations and arguments and secrets and compromises. You don't need to carry all that weight. Why don't you set that bag down? Some animals were meant to carry each other, to live symbiotically for a lifetime. Star-crossed lovers, monogamous swans. We are not those animals. The slower we move, the faster we die. We are not swans. We're sharks. I don't know you. Why are we just now meeting? Using language like this should have warranted a visit to me years ago. This is foul. Someone with such an extensive vocabulary shouldn't be stooping to such vituperations. Wipe that smile off your face. I don't tolerate this kind of language. If I find out you've used a word like this in my school again, it'll be your last. This isn't one of those creative hippie schools where teachers are called by their first name, parents help out in the classroom, and students are partners in learning. You get sent here once more, and you're out on your ass. Get me? Think very carefully before speaking. Detention. Tomorrow. After school. I don't want to see you again. Get out of my office. I've been on to you from the start. Not once did you pull any wool over this boy's eyes. You come in here and sprinkle the place with powder and spray perfume and cover the light bulb with a paper lantern, and lo and behold, the place is turned into Egypt, and you are the queen of the Nile, sitting on your throne and swilling down my liquor. I say, ha, ha! Do you hear me? Ha, ha, ha! I fear there can be no possible doubt about the matter. This afternoon, during my temporary absence in London, on an important question of romance, he obtained admission to my house by means of the false pretense of being my brother. Under an assumed name, he drank, I've just been told by my butler, an entire pint bottle of my best wine I was specifically reserving for myself. Continuing his disgraceful deception, he succeeded in alienating the affections of my only ward. He subsequently stayed for tea and devoured every single muffin. And what makes his conduct all the more heartless is that he was perfectly well aware from the first that I have no brother, that I never had a brother, and that I don't intend to have a brother, not even of any kind. I distinctly told him so myself yesterday afternoon. I lose it a bit between cases anyway, but I'm really feeling insane. My mind is a fueled up racing car and I have nowhere to drive it. No, Natasha. I don't need puzzles or games, and the last thing I need is a vacation. I need danger, a hunt, a challenge. I need a great case.